My first marriage, I got married when I was 24. I messed that up. The second one, I need another drink. I just said I don't do two. You can make it, look, you may not divorce amicable, right? But you gotta at least stay cool with the other person. I can only hope that in everything that she's taught me.
Hello there, fam. Can't get enough of what is really happening in Steve Harvey's married life? Are we finally hearing his side of the story? Well, hold tight to your seats because we are about to talk a bit more about the real score between Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie. Controversies about divorce and what is the possible cause that led to this decision will be revealed. Curious for more information? Let us get on with it already. You've probably heard about Marjorie Harvey's alleged affair, but have you also heard about the rumors surrounding Steve's unfaithful acts with his past wives? Well, the focus these days is solely on Marjorie, considering that her issue was just recent. But in light of these divorce rumors, people, especially the fans, should also consider the possibility of Steve committing a mistake in their relationship as well. Anyway, many details about Marjorie's past are also being brought back because people think that what she had gone through with her first two marriages is relevant to the current accusations being thrown at her.
Please welcome the chick of my dreams, my wife, Marjorie.
This is only one of the many clips that you will find online where Steve was professing his love and adoration for his wife, Marjorie. Because of all of these, people thought that they really have a great relationship, while also making an assumption that cheating would never be an issue for them. But lo and behold, look at where those expectations led us now. Here goes another example. In one of Steve's interviews, he said, "I've made so many bad decisions. You've got to get a divorce to find the right chick. I know a little bit about that." In another statement, he said, "I married a person who was already happy and I'm innately happy. So we don't have to make each other happy, we can just complement each other's happiness." He continued, "I don't bring up exes. I don't remember them or have any fond memories. I didn't know anything until my wife came along." But despite all those sweet words, they are now in the spotlight and the reason was not fun nor happy. Their once rock-solid partnership is being challenged with the possibility of breaking apart. Just thinking that they will get a divorce makes everyone who rooted for them unhappy. Additionally, this could ruin their modern blended family setup as well.
What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children?
Some big words from a man who has been accused by his ex-wife of having multiple affairs. But since more and more people are putting the blame on Marjorie, some people could not help but snoop in more, and what they unraveled is another rumor, but this time it is about Steve's unfaithfulness. This is something that many must have expected. They are being talked about because of an affair, so people would certainly want more details, and apparently Marjorie was not the only one in the relationship who committed a mistake. Okay, we are not counting mistakes here, It's just that people should look at both sides of the story before making assumptions and rumors.
So yeah, Marjorie, I guess she did what she felt as though she had to do. I think she sold her soul to the devil.
So, for those who do not know, this is Jim Townsend, the first guy that Marjorie married. She was only 18 at that time, but being young is not what ruined their relationship. Apparently, Jim was still married when he got together with Marjorie. She does not have any knowledge of his existing wife. But then rumor has it that she intentionally stopped her birth control just so she would get pregnant with him. She succeeded and had her daughter Lori. Because of this, Jim finally decided to end things with his wife. But that is not the end of it because Jim was investigated for illegal substances. It led to him being imprisoned and he was supposed to serve life there, but when Barack Obama was the president, he pardoned him. To make the long story short, he got out of jail, made a book, and had some revelations there concerning Marjorie. Marjorie then got married to her second husband, Darnell Woods, another substance dealer. Little is known about the cause of their divorce because both parties refused to talk about what went down between them to the public. Now, Steve and Marjorie's relationship is something that many people supported. Lots of fans really believe that they were meant to be together because they have known each other for a very long time already before they finally decided to date, fall in love, and then got married.
Where did I meet you?
Oh.
First time we met?
Memphis.
Where?
At a comedy club.
Okay. How did we meet?
I was late.
You were late. Came to a comedy club. She came down front with her girlfriend.
Marjorie once shared how they met and got together. This garners so much adoration from the audience. So, in the past few days, you are probably hearing stories of Marjorie cheating on Steve with his own bodyguard, William Big Boom Freeman. Both Marjorie and Steve were not addressing any of these accusations. I mean, Marjorie and Freeman probably have lots of interactions, considering that the latter is often with her husband. Come on, hearing this kind of plot is nothing new, and most of the time, such issues were actually not true.
As I said, I was approached by members of his original team that have all been fired by Marjorie. They call her the green-eyed monster. She's been seen everywhere with Steve.
But what is stirring the pot even more is a revelation from a popular podcaster, Tasha K. She said, I heard some info about Steve, the 60-year-old, and his stunning private chef. Okay, take note that Tasha K is popular not because all her stories have a solid basis, but because of how many stories she was spreading about different artists, and most of them are actually lies. What is new about these people? They are getting attention from these accusations because they know that once they put out any kind of information about famous celebs and A-listers, people would always talk about it until it spreads like wildfire online. Just a few weeks ago, Steve and Marjorie are seemingly on very good terms as Steve showed his love to his wife on Instagram. He wrote, "Still going strong," and then tagged Marjorie on the post. But things could change in an instant, especially when there are rumors like this surrounding the couple. First it was Marjorie, but now the tables have turned as Steve is allegedly having his fair share of affairs. This was not the first time that Steve was accused of cheating. He was reported having an affair more times than rumors about Marjorie doing the same. Remember his first marriage with Marjorie Harvey? At that time, he was not yet the accomplished comedian and TV host as we all know him now. When they were still married, Marcia tried to keep her personal life on the down low. They separated in 1994, leaving her while she was pregnant with their third child. Him slowly making a name while constantly being away from home likely contributed to their divorce. Though it was not a chaotic divorce, his second divorce was way worse. Mary Shackelford was Steve's second wife. Rumors are claiming that Steve and Mary started seeing each other even before his divorce with Marcia was finalized. After years of being together, Mary and Steve ended things in 2005. From then on, things between them became so messy.
When I think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie, that was disturbing.
In 2011, Mary faced a legal battle with Steve for making false statements about the host. She actually received a huge amount of alimony and several homes when they got divorced. But Mary was on a roll and went on to claim more malicious accusations towards Steve. She even insisted that Steve cheated on her with Marjorie, Steve's current wife. It was very chaotic, but many sided with Steve about that drama. Now, people are slowly realizing that Mary was probably saying the truth about Steve cheating. I bet that fans are still hopeful and continuously putting their trust on Steve about his faithfulness to Marjorie. Well, now that he has been married for the third time, the chances of him cheating in the past is high. Because of all these, many people started talking about the possibility of divorce. Steve had been through it a couple times, and he seemed unshaken by the past two divorces. I guess we just have to wait for more information before believing this, since Marjorie and Steve still look pretty solid now. So fam, do you think that Steve would really allow his marriage with Marjorie to fall apart? Or are all these rumors not really meaning a thing to both of them? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Spill that tea. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you're living for this whirlwind of drama. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of celebrity scoop, and prepare yourselves for the next jaw-dropping episode. Until next time, stay fabulous. And now, check out this next story. Bye-bye.